This is one of those where you don't know how it's gonna go. One of those where you question whether you've done the right thing as to open yourself up. Whether you've done the right thing as to tell all the things you need to say. But what I did say is I will answer your questions. 1 week ago I said, ask me any question, and I will give you an answer. It might not be the answer you wanted. It might not be an answer you like. It might not be the correct answer in all cases. But there will be an answer. And that's what we'll be doing right now, so buckle up. Hey, NarendraTheComic here. Right now we're just gonna be doing a big time Q&A. I believe it's the first time I've ever done one of these. Hashtag quality shitty content. Hashtag I need content. Hashtag thank you very much. Thank you very much for giving me the content for the day. Because someone suggested this and I said, you know what? You're right. I haven't made a question and answer and ask me anything, and I've been making a video every day for over 1,000 days. I'm sure there's a handful of people who want to ask me some type of question, so let's just jump right into it, as Philip DeFranco would say, and let's go with the first question that was asked, because I will do it in chronological order here. So the first one was asked by Luke Harmon, and this is an OG. This is someone from at least like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, because I do remember the name. Sometimes I do remember some of the names, most of the time no. But especially the original people, or people who comment a lot, guys, you know, I purple heart. Well, I purple heart you, but I do heart some of the comments occasionally. I don't respond because I'm not the best at responding to comments, because there's a lot of them. So I thought this was a good way of doing that. So the question is, well, I messed that up on the first time round. I didn't even say the question correctly. What is your favorite comic book run of all time? Please don't say something generic. My favorite comic book run, I think there are like different types of questions to this. Do you mean a long form run or do you mean like a mini series? Because mini series wise, my favorite mini series, it's tough. I have a couple of my favorite books here. Ones which really stood out to me and ones I kept. I like Blackest Night, obviously Green Lantern, it's a classic there. Blackest Night is iconic for me. This is something which most people haven't really read, I don't think. It's Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom. It's a really interesting short story, essentially. It's not like a huge run, but it's something which I love, and it's one of my favourite comics of all time. If you're looking for a main run, yeah, I'd say Blackest Night is up there. I do enjoy the story. I think Green Lantern is an underserved character in main media. So I'll go with Blackest Night for that one. I hope it's not too mainstream. Obviously, there's, you know, The Dark Knight Returns and that type of stuff. Nemesis is also good, but that's an independent... Yeah, that's Image Comics, I believe. It's not Marvel or DC. So, hey, I brought up Nemesis. Like, my guy, that's not Marvel or DC. So, you know, you got your answer there. Question 2. From a lad called Tyrant. Also, I do remember this one. I do remember you. Where on England are you from? Well, I am on the landmass that is England, but I am from Greater London, you could say. Maybe, if I want to be more specific, I'm from Essex. Yes, while I don't speak like you would expect someone from Essex to speak like, I am indeed from that area. You know, it's a special place. It has a special place in my heart. I love it. We've been locked down for a year practically, on and off. So there's great forests around here. There's some great parks. But Essex is Essex at the end of the day. You kind of go from here to other places. Yeah. So I'm from Essex. Cam Flanagan, this one is someone. Cam over here is an Irish person, I would assume, who loves K-pop, who loves wrestling, and who loves Tottenham. So with all those things, this is like my entire demographic in one person, I believe. So Cam said, what is your sleeping schedule like, seeing as I always notice you upload at like 4 AM UK time? Crying laughing face. Well, I really do try to improve that. I really, really do. It hasn't happened. So I think I'm going to have to take a leaf out of Master Yoda's playbook here and say, do or do not. There is no try. And maybe I just need to do. Oddly enough, at this moment in time, there seems to be some type of positive structure to this, where it's turned out good that I don't sleep till like 3:34 in the morning. So, you know, there's good with the bad. It's mostly not good, to be fair. But, you kind of get some good things that come along with it. It's super quiet at night. Sometimes you just go for a random walk. Well, I'm not going to say that, you know, because it's dangerous. But, like, it's quiet, it's serene, and the night sky is amazing. So sometimes there are good things that come out of that. Yeah, 4 in the morning, probably a bit mad, but I'll improve it bit by bit. I should. You should hound me on that one, because maybe I should just try and do it myself. You know what? I should do it myself. I'm going to do it. 3 AM. 3 a.m. uploads. 3 a.m. uploads. That's what we're going to do from now on. We're going to do it. We're not going to try. We're going to do it. This is from You Now. Again, someone who I think I remember, been around for a while. I'm going to paraphrase this one here. Niga Higa, you look at least 30, right? You at least 30, right? Wow, you seem both like an intellectual and immature. A weird mix indeed. Kind of cool though. Elon's like that. Well, I mean, Elon. Nah, I mean, Elon's a genius. I'm not a genius. I'm pretty run-of-the-mill. One of my nicknames in school was run-of-the-mill. I kinda just accepted it and I kinda gave it to myself in some ways, but it was like run-of-the-mill shitbag. So I'm definitely not Elon Musk level smart. I say big brain, but no, not really in that category. No, I'm not 30. I'm 26. I get told that sometimes I look like a 33-year-old man. Occasionally I get told I look like a 24, 23-year-old. Most of the time though, it's like, man, you're like a 33-year-old. You seem like you have your life together. It's all a lie. I have nothing together, all right? Nothing is sorted. It's all a mess. It's all a mess. But that is just kind of how you're supposed to live life, I feel. It's all in flux. You never know what's going to happen. Life is like entropy, all right? Everything's happening at the same time. Some things go right, some things go wrong. That's how it should be. So, yes, no, I'm not 30. Not yet. But I'm closer to 30 than 20, so in some ways you're right. YG, also, long-time guy here. Long time. Some of these guys are OG people here. Who's your #1 K-pop group or favorite song? Man, you gave me 2 questions there. Obviously, I have a bias. Well, YG, of course you do. Probably Blackpink. #1 K-pop group, I would say male K-pop group. It's tough. Female is twice, for sure. Male is between BTS and Stray Kids. I really do love Stray Kids. I think that they are going to be huge across the world. And I'm glad I jumped on really early and I've heard a lot of their B-side tracks, a lot of their music. But if I would say who has influenced me and impacted me more, it would be BTS. But as of this moment in time, I would say Stray Kids put out so much stuff that maybe I'd say Stray Kids. But it's a tough one. It is a tough one to go there. Plus, there's Super Junior, Shiny, 2 PM having a comeback. I mean, there's some big hitters coming back. And maybe the rankings will change over time. You know what? I'll answer it. My favorite K-pop song is probably Save Me. BTS's Save Me. Honestly, it's not one you can listen to all the time. It's one that you need a particular mood to have. But it is iconic. It really pulls you to a different place. And it transports me to a headspace that I feel super creative in. I feel like I can really do whatever I set my mind to when I hear that song. So yeah, Save Me is probably my favorite K-pop song. But then there's I'm Fine, Magic Shop. I mean, BTS have like 40 outright bangers, so it's hard. It is hard, but I'd say Save Me might be my #1 track. Again, another Stan-like individual. Bruce Wayne, not Batman, Bruce Wayne. Should I buy Bitcoin? I did mention Bitcoin, so I guess it's good I got a question on it. I don't have much in savings, thinking of it as a Hail Mary play. Bitcoin is tough. I would say if you have the money to lose, and you don't mind losing the $400 or £1,000, and you don't mind, sinking it and seeing what will happen, then I'd say do it. If you are tight with money, like it seems like you're saying, I would probably say don't do it, because it is very volatile. You don't know what you're going to get with it. I think Bitcoin could be at 120,000 by the end of the year. If there's not a general market crash, I think it can get then. It probably will. If there's a crash, it could come down to 40 or around about there, 30 maybe. But I can't see it going, higher than 120, 150 maybe. And even then, there's a chance. There's a chance it goes to 300 by the end of the year. But it's a very risky play. So I'd say if you have the money to lose, most people don't, then take a risk. But if you don't, then I'd say keep it in your pocket. There'll be a correction in the market coming soon. And, maybe a 30% correction in the next year, maybe more. Save it for then. You'll make money for sure there. This has been a much longer video than I thought it would be, alright? I've used up all my storage on my camera. So I've had to download the content, delete the content off it, and then put it back in. So if I'm a bit off, it's because there's been a little bit of lag here. So the next question is by Alamode 298. Do you know any Hindi or Tamil or any other language of India? Well, I obviously say in every video that we speak the nonsense and we chat bakwas. So yes, I do speak some Punjabi and a little bit of Hindi, but I am not good at writing. I have zero writing skills, all right? The writing is not there. The speaking is like a 2 out of 10. The writing is a 0. The listening is like a 7. And the understanding is like a 7. But the writing is non-existent and the speaking is like a 2 or 3. So there's room for improvement for sure. There is, but it kind of goes a little bit as you grow up, I feel. You don't speak it as much at home and that type of stuff. So I think it's still okay. I know a lot of people who have very, very bad Hindi skills or Punjabi skills, worse than me. So I think I'm pretty average for a, you know, NRI. So it is what it is. We got a mad lad here, JJ Coolel. I see what you did there, I do. We got a lot of memesters here. I feel there are some funny people in these comments, you know. Marvel or DC, you're gonna piss someone off. I'm gonna piss someone off. I would say comics-wise, right now, I don't read either of them. I've been off comics, new comics, for 4 years, 3-4 years now. I don't buy any new comics. I think it's mainstream comics are not very good. I think they have a particular way to write and boring stories and bad art generally. There's some good stuff obviously, but in general, en masse, it's not good, and it's not even comparable to the stuff that was made in the 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90s and early 2000s. So for me, comic books are not my favorite thing anymore. I mean, I like films, the TV shows and that type of stuff, but comic books themselves are a bit by the wayside for me. If I was to pick up either a Marvel or DC comic right now, I would probably pick up a DC comic just because I feel like that more aligns with me at this moment in time. But the MCU is obviously the MCU. But I do feel with the Schneider Cut there that the DCEU can claim some glory once again and try and have a big foothold in the public zeitgeist and the cultural sphere. So you got your answer. I pissed off the Marvel fans, all right? I'm sorry. I'm a Marvel fan. I really am. Oh, shit. I just looked there and I have a flash hat over there. So that doesn't help me there. But, you know, half these comics are Marvel comics and half of them are DC. What do you want from me? The next one is from the new one. That's his name. The new one is the guy's name. Or the girl's name. I don't know. I won't assume. You say you're big brain. What did your... Oh, shit. What did you get in your GCSEs? I assume all A's. Silence is deafening, and there was a silence there. If you would notice, in the video, I said I'm big brain, but not in the traditional way people would think of big brain. I'm enormous brain, but not in a way people would generally accept. No, I did not get all A's in my GCSEs. I got, well, I might as well. I got 2 A's and 8 B's. So I didn't do great. I didn't do bad. I did okay. Could have been better, could have been worse. I know I could have done better. But then at the same time, I could have done a lot worse. So I'm kind of fine with it. You know, it's been 9 years. What difference does it make to me at this point? But, yeah, 2 A's, 8 B's, definitely not all A's. I was not the smartest person in the room. But I would say I am wily, I try hard, and I am persistent and stubborn. I say I'm persistent in my stubbornness and stubborn in my persistence. And because of those two things, one of those things is a plus and one of those things is a minus. I'm just not sure which one is which. But I'm definitely both stubborn and persistent in both ways. And they come to help me at certain times and come to hinder me. But that's who I am as a person. I won't give in, I won't give up, and that's why I haven't stopped making a video every single day for over 1,000 days till we get 10,000 subscribers, alright? That's why. It's that type of persistence which is there. Maybe it might be called stupidity to other people. That's also true. I accept that. Because you have to be pretty dead in there. I said memesters. This is some good shit. KGB. KGB, yeah? Okay. I can prove my big brain here. I can prove it. The question is, what's 17 times 19 divided by 2? Now, I obviously have my phone. I'm gonna leave my phone there, so like I'm not trying to do this. Oh, what happened? What happened? The bloody light went mad. I'll leave my phone up here. 17 times 19 divided by 2. Well, 17 times 19, how you would work that out is you would say, what's 17 times 20? Because it's 17 lots of 20. Or 20 lots of 17. Let's do that. 20 lots of 17, which is 340. And you minus 117 from 340. Which would be 323. And 323 divided by 2 is 161.5. Right? 161.5? 17 times 20 divided by 2. Oh, sorry, 17 times 19. I didn't even do that one. 17 times 19 divided by 2. 161.5, baby! The A I got was an A in maths. So, you know, I'm kind of a genius. No, I'm not. I almost messed that up, honestly. That was mental maths, though, to be fair. So you have to give me some props there. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. It could have been a much more difficult question. But if it helped you with your homework, then, you know, you're welcome. This is the long one. This is the long question. This is the deep question. This is from Vivek Shekhar. Since you've asked me to stick to just one question, how about an origin story of Narendra and India? India is non-sensei, if you don't know. Starting from your birth to your present day lives, I know that it's in the personal sphere and not your social lives, but backstories provide better connection, right? Remember the protagonist situation from Tenet? I would like to know more about Narendra and India after loving and taking part in their awesome stupidity for years. I like it. I do like it. Hope you guys are safe. Cheers and love from Tamil Nadu, India. Wow. Well, Tamil Nadu is a great place, I'll be honest. It's a bit dry, but it's a cool place. That's a long question. Unfortunately, I'll be honest, I don't think I have the time to answer that full question there, because that's a big one. I was born in Essex. I've been brought up to this point. I'm alive right now. It's been a tough year. It's been a tough year for everyone. But I think that we're all the stronger for it, unless you're the weaker for it, in which case you're the weaker for it, which means toughen up, I guess. Oh, that's a bad one. That's a bad line there, but I'm going to keep it. My point is, we all have our own story. We all have our own paths, and I'll answer it in this way. I think that we all have an idea of... Through your life, you all have an idea of what perfection is. And everyone tries to get that concept of perfection. The problem is, you'll never achieve it. You're never going to get there. But just because you know you're not going to get there doesn't mean you shouldn't try and strive to be better. And I think that kind of epitomises me. Like, I know you're not going to be perfect, but you have to try and improve in whatever way you can, and try and get to that point where you're like, yeah, I did this, I accomplished that, we did this, I helped that person do this, and it wasn't for any gain, it was just for the benefit of them. And all those things culminate into creating you as a person. And I think it's that idea of striving for the idea of being perfect while knowing you can never get it. And I think it's something like that which helps you grow. It helps you sleep at night knowing that you've put your all into something. And that's how I like to live my life. So I hope I answered that question in some way without also fully answering it in another, because I feel it would just be too long an answer to give. So Vivek, very deep question, very good question, all right? I'll give it to you. I had to think on my feet there a little bit. So that's what this type of stuff is for. So thanks. I kind of spoke out loud there. Back to the regular stuff, of course. Henry Daikon. Daikon is in the radish, like when you eat. Okay. Hey, I love some daikon. I do. They get me some acid sometimes, but I'm sure this question won't, because it's back to the regular stuff. Who's your favorite YouTuber? That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Let me actually just check very quickly on my thing who I've watched recently, because I watch random sporadic stuff. It's not like I have any favorite YouTubers right now. If I was to say pick one off the bat without like looking yet, I like Tyrone Magnus. I just like his personality. He's one of the reasons I got into making YouTube videos in the first place. Good Mythical Morning, that's a good bet. PewDiePie, obviously, but that's just by the by because everyone likes PewDiePie. Well, if you don't, then, you know. Cuckoo! That was a bit much. The Food Ranger as well. Food Ranger is one of my favorite YouTubers. Obviously, food content's had a bit of a struggle over the last year because of, you know, the type of content and the way it needs to be made. But I was actually on the Food Ranger's channel about 2.5 years ago. Well, maybe 3 years ago now. Wow, it's been so many years. For a 1 million subscriber, like, travel video. And it was a great time. Trevor and Ting are amazing. They are great people. And I would say, you know what, just because of that, the Food Ranger, my favorite YouTuber. It's a good answer. It's a simple answer. It's a clean answer. Simple and clean. Hashtag Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, Food Ranger. You know. You know if you know. You don't know if you don't know. But Food Ranger is up there. I also like the best ever food review show, Mikey Chen, Strictly Dumpling. I guess I like a lot of food channels, alright? I do. I actually do. Ready Player 2, eh? Ready Player 2 bring in some hard-hitting ones. Why don't you make more political content from time to time? You're like Tim Pool, but a visible minority version. That's Yeah, I don't need to keep on saying I'm mixed race, because I'm not mixed race, but Tim obviously has to say that. I've got the Tim Pool comparison quite a few times. I'm not sure whether it's the look or whether it's my milk toast fence sitting that I do a lot of the time, because I'm a pretty centered individual on a lot of masses. You know, YouTube is not a forgiving place with political opinions, and unless there's something that I really think I have to say or I really want to speak about, I don't really speak about them very often, because you never know which way the tide's going to swing. And I don't really know if I've solidified my opinions 100% on certain things. And that's just how life is. You grow, you change. And my opinions from 3 years ago are different from my opinions now. My opinions from 5 years ago are very different from my opinions now. Things change, people change, and sometimes your stupid should be internalized and not be thrown outside on things which you might not have full information on. Obviously, I have a lot of information. I'm big brain, high intelligence person. But at the same time, it only takes one slip up, man, and then it can be over. So it's a tough one. I'd like to make political content or political leaning content. That would be fun, I think. But it's a hard space to navigate, I feel, compared to just, you know, the stuff I make, which is just fun loving and enjoying myself and showing my loves and my hobbies and my experiences with you guys in that vein, as opposed to in a serious way, which would be politics. I mean, if someone can find a way to make politics fun, then great. But I do love Tim Pool. The guy is a very hard worker, and he's changed my opinion on a couple of things. He's changed my mind on a couple of things, if you know what I'm saying. Next question. Best meme ever by Red. Wow. Best meme. Best meme is... That's a tough one. This one is one I haven't read yet, so that's... Best meme. Do you want best meme format? Because I can give you best meme format. I don't know if I can give you like the best meme ever. My favorite meme format ever is the Gru meme. The classic Gru meme, you know what I'm talking about. I'll put a version of it up here because it's just iconic. It fits with anything. And while the Despicable Me franchise isn't the best thing in the world, it's cool, it's interesting, it's fun. The Gru memes that come out of it are phenomenal. They're incredible every time they smash it. So Gru meme format, my favorite meme of all time. The last question of the day, the last question of the video from Sky. I literally know this guy. I do know him. Why do you never respond to texts? Just outing me in public, eh? You thought this would be the best way. You thought this would be the best way. You're wrong. You're wrong. I suppose, maybe, no, actually, I'm more likely to respond to texts than comments. I'm terrible with comments. I'm sorry. Email's the best way to get to me. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows. So, you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not you. It's literally me. That sounds terrible, but it's true. So, I hope you guys have got to know me just a little bit better. I know there were some weird questions in there, some personal ones, some random ones, some meme ones. It's weird. I'm weird. We're all weird, but that's just the human experience, and that's who we are as people. Anyway, guys, If you did enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then I don't know. Just subscribe. I open my heart up to you. Just subscribe. Now, I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been Grant. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for 1,000 days now. We ain't stopping till we get 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content. Because we're hashtag never not here. Just how it goes. Also bring the bakwas. Bakwas means nonsense in Punjabi. And we also bring that. We bring a lot. We bring a little. We do a lot. We do a little. But we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. It's just what we do. See you then. Skadoosh.